So Andrew Plunkett, and we're standing on our orchard here at Starrett Road in Ardmona. Yeah, so we grow fruit here, all apples on our own farms, and then we also store and pack that fruit, and we also store and pack for other growers. So after it's harvested, we put it in bins in cool room, and then we take the next 12 months to sell a crop. So supermarkets in Australia expect us to provide 12 months supply, so we just pick once a year and pack all year. Yeah, so in terms of scale, we're one of the larger packers and larger growers, but there are bigger growers and packers in both this district and other districts around Australia. The main variety for us is Pink Lady that we're standing in front of here, and that represents about half to 60% of our production each year. The next in line is Granny Smith, the old Granny Smith apple, and then Gala, and then more recently we've added on new varieties like Kansy, Rocket, My Apple, and they're new red apples that are just coming onto the markets now. So Shepparton is a pretty hot, dry place, so for our production we need to be irrigating all year round. So other districts around Australia might only need to irrigate once or twice a year or not at all, but we need to irrigate basically the whole season from flowering through to the end of harvest. So here for us the irrigation system opens on August 15th and closes on May 15th, which suits our growing cycle just nicely. So we'll start irrigating around October, November, depending on how dry it is, as soon as flowering happens. And then in the block like this we're standing in, we would irrigate every 2 days. So here on this farm we don't have access to electricity, so diesel pumps is for us here. So we had an Isuzu motor already that served us well, and we noticed that we were needing an upgrade, and so we contacted Isuzu again, and luckily they had all of the data on file of the pump we had, still had photos of it, could see how we had it set up, and so based on that they were able to offer us a solution, an improved model, had it available, and we're able to spec it up to match the conditions and swap over without too much effort. Well, we're familiar with the Isuzu, and we had a good run, and we've had plenty of Isuzu equipment in the way of trucks in the past, so we trust the model. And then the service was really good in offering to swap it over so promptly, and obviously having stocks available, ready to go helps, and being able to set it up exactly how we needed with radiator pack and so forth, it made it straightforward. Yeah, the standalone little setup that they gave us with its own startup is certainly an advantage in not having to buy a motor and then buy a separate start kit or anything like that, so that worked well, and with our automatic irrigation. And so the previous motor we had that my father had purchased, and so I went into this one cold and not knowing anyone at Isuzu, and Troy was who came on and helped us, and yeah, he's been very good in getting the right model for us. And then in terms of getting it here and the actual on-site installation, then Blue from our team handled it, and I was able to sort out any issues, and then they came up and helped us commission it. It was very helpful in being able to just ring up Isuzu and say, I couldn't remember which entity had bought the motor, and I couldn't remember when we'd bought it, and the lady that helped me office was, without too much effort, able to find out what motor I had bought, when I'd bought it, and then they emailed me 6 photos of the motor. So that was nice to see that a system exists that gives you enough detail on what you've got, and then it just makes the whole process of ordering a new motor so much more straightforward, because someone on the other end has got all of the details and knows exactly what we need to replace.